Suddenly Mancini. Look at Lombardo streaking ahead of him as well. Here's Lombardo, and out comes Seaman. A good bit of judgment again, when it was badly required. But again, an example of how Mancini and this man... We'll have a look at that again in a moment. In the moment, though, it's Ivani on the ball. And they continue to look so dangerous in and around that Arsenal penalty area. And remember, Arsenal must deny them this away goal. And that's sweeping just wide from Ivani. Well, how did he fail to score here, Lombardo?
Well, he crept behind there. You see the ball when Mancini delivers that ball, it gets blocked. That's the shot. Tremendous shot.
Get towards Paul Merson. Dixon with space. Looking for a good cross now. In towards Hartson, but Rossi just got there first. Right on the turn and easy for Walter Zenga.
Once again, that attack from Dixon, getting into space down the right-hand side. I think it's so...
Paul Merson with it. Floated there. Bould getting a good header back there. And it's in! Tony Adams, no! Disallowed! Disallowed. It may even have gone in off Zenga, but it reached the back of the net. And it was disallowed for the challenge on the goalkeeper. It's a flick on by Steve Bould, the number 5. There it is. In comes Tony Adams. Zenga there as well.
Well, it's been given, obviously, for Ian
Wright between the centre-halves, and they find it difficult to cope with it.
Here's Lee Dixon. That's a great shot! And a super save by Walter Zenga. Dixon's got the taste for it. He scored on Saturday, his first of the season, and he really hit this well, forcing Zenga to fly across that goal. The ball was swerving, as you could see, and Arsenal get a corner. Nice pictures. Arla doing well. Ivani only putting it as far as Hillier. Great stop. Bould! And Arsenal are ahead. Zenga no chance. He made an excellent stop with the first one, but Steve Bould chooses the perfect moment to score his first goal of the season.
There's a wonderful strike there by Hillier, and I thought it was very good the way Bould kept calm, because he could have easily slashed at that ball and hit it high and wide. That will lift the Arsenal spirits now.
That was a good stop.
It was indeed, and Bould was ideally placed to rifle it low.
Arsenal 1, Sampdoria 0. Steve Bould, the scorer. As you say, he keeps calm, and Zenga just couldn't read. Shots again. Bould again, a good flick on! It's gone in! Well, Adams will claim it. But Wright is in there too, and Zenga is totally bemused. And a second goal has been conceded. It might even be Steve Bould again.
I'm sure it was. It was a good ball in by Schwartz. They really should have someone in front of Bould. He's got that first touch. It's curved high and slowly and awkwardly, and there's no question about it.
Might even have gone off the goalkeeper, you know.
It may have done, but Zenga couldn't adjust his feet. Wright was there at the back post. They're all muscling in, and quite rightly so, because I think we said early on, Arsenal looked taller.
It's important that Arsenal hold out here. Jacobus with it. To the cheers of the North Bank, it's in amongst them.
I think Arsenal did well once again there. Dixon and then I think it was Winterburn, both went on the line, came off the line. It deterred them probably from the subtle chip. Then they decided to go for power. You saw Dixon there moving back, and in the end, maybe the...
At the linesman, and while they were looking, Sampdoria getting on with the game. Solsano. Mancini, Lombardo, back to Mancini, trying to get it through again. There's a chance now for Jacobus. They've conceded that goal that they didn't dare think would happen. But now suddenly Sampdoria with Jacobus are right back in this cup tie.
Some clever little bits of play there, little 1-2s round the box. There's a little chip up. And it was just, I think it was Adams, was it Brian, that just deflected that away from Seaman into the pass of the Yugoslav. Here we see it again, it's Lombardo's little ball in, there's the chip up, Yes, it's Adams, and unfortunately Winterburn can't recover, and there's the open goal.
Merson. That's a good bit of play by Merson. Singer went down, didn't get a touch. The ball missed the far post.
That's good.
Splendid bit of play here by Merson.
Yeah, it's reminding us so far of something that we've missed tonight. Merson and Wright.
This is a real good raiding fullback, and that was a good old English challenge from the back by Tony Adams. Merson. Wright after this one. It's a good space. It's here, Wright. It's a wonderful goal for Arsenal. What a super bit of finishing that was. We've seen so little of him, but my goodness, they didn't dare take his eyes off them for a moment. And when they did, he take this ball from Paul Merson, and as Zenger came out, it just needed that touch, the touch and a masterstroke, and Arsenal go 3-1 ahead. Ian Wright, who scored in every round.
Well, whether Zenger's starting position was slightly too deep in the first place, one can't argue with the most magnificent finish by Wright, but wasn't that a wonderfully paced pass by...
After Lombardo, he's just dropped back a fraction. Dixon, that's a good ball, played for Parler, he's done well here. He's got a nice little cross in. Can Merson read it? Excellent piece of play here by Ray Parler, curling a lovely ball in there, just got his foot around it. And Merson with a header, Zenger with a comfortable catch. In the meantime, Jacobus now. Mancini. Oh! It's another one, and it's Jacobus. And it's 3-2.
Well, that's a tragedy for Arsenal. Winterburn was coming back onto the field, bandaged. I didn't think the Arsenal back four had the shape properly at all. And I think here they're looking for an offside. We have to see this again. There you see that little ball played through. They certainly squeezed the edge of the box. Clever little back heel. There's no offside for sure.
Perfectly good. Jacobus is there.
And another calm finish. We've seen some good finishing tonight.
Another long ball.
Side who are beginning to gain a little bit of authority.
Just 4 minutes left. Morrow stretching out. Kiwanya couldn't quite get a hold on it. My goodness, Zenger was panicking again. Almost missed that back pass. Barney. Solsano. And here's Mancini. The referee looked hard at that. The Italians felt they should have had a penalty. I must say, it looked to me they had a good case for one, looking at it first time. And Mancini is disappointed. What do we think about this?
Well, he certainly gets goal side. Winterburn looks as though he has a shade of a tug. I'm not so sure about that. Once again, there's the brilliance. I would imagine Schwartz will go for the power shot.
It's a critical moment. Schwartz with a shot. He saved it well. Well, whatever we say about Zenger, he got a sight on the ball and he got beautifully behind that one. Hilliard trying to get it back into the centre again, gets a corner instead.
His own colleagues, they weren't ready for it. He decided to take the chance early.
Full-time whistle. An incident-filled first leg and the promise of a pulsating second leg. Steve Bould with those 2 goals in the first half. Jacobus with 2 goals for Sampdoria. Ian Wright, who was substituted with a classic striker's goal that gave Arsenal that 3-2 advantage. Well, that's the first leg. The second leg will add up to an awful lot more in